Star
What's on
Wars.
Star Wars?
Hello.
What's on Star Wars?
Well, welcome back to Chaotic Stupid D&D. We're playing Star
We're
Wars.
playing Star Wars. Yeah, we're playing Star Wars.
This
Now,
is
click
Tez. This is our.
just go, Matt. If you just go ahead and click that. Click the button, Matt.
Click the funny button.
Matt, click the button.
Ah, the dice
Matt,
are so
will
freaking
you-
out. I'm gonna. I pressed the button. Mine's shiny.
I need you to press the button.
Mine shiny.
I did it. It's the shiny one.
Oh yeah. I guess you did press the button.
Look at the shiny one.
I guess you did press the button. All right. Poggers.
Wow.
Let's see. Who am I gonna fuck over today? No one and no one.
Oh damn.
Wow.
Ow.
Well, this just sucks. I wanted to fuck someone over.
You can
No,
find
oh.
ways of doing that.
As the GM, you can still do that.
Oh, I know. I just wanted a mechanical excuse.
Now you're just gonna have to come up with a story excuse instead.
Yeah, which is harder.
We are in a rather precarious scenario at the moment.
All right. Well, speaking of the scenario, Narshada.
Narshada.
No,
Okay.
objectively not how you pronounce that.
You can call it that if you like being wrong.
A random Narshadian on the street will be like, it's Narshada, dickhead.
Nashada.
I can picture it now.
He's gonna look to his buddy like, can you believe this guy?
It's like,
yeah.
have you seen that video of like the guy speaking in the like New York accent, and the woman like comes up and like starts grabbing him by the throat, like telling him that's not how they fucking talk?
Oh yeah.
That's what I imagine is happening.
So, as Matt, will you stop rolling dice.
I'm sorry.
If you're trying to test them, you have a test roll button.
Yeah, but it's like under like 17 different menus. I'm done now.
I would rather you just don't roll them. You don't need to roll them.
I won't roll them anymore.
Good.
Don't.
My cukes are up.
I said I'm done. I'm sorry. It's fine.
You. Oh my god! Will you let me start?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, if you're planning to do the bit where you interrupt me, don't.
I considered it.
I think I would just ask you to leave at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're on Narchada, as you may recall. You had an eventful, what do you call it? Eventful for a few first hours. On this wonderful planet. Where nothing is wrong. And it doesn't smell like garbage.
And everybody's here because they want to be here.
Yes.
Oh,
Everyone loves Nartada.
This is way better than the last planet. So crowded.
That's because. Well, this is crowded. Balmora was not crowded.
Oh, this is more crowded?
Balmora wasn't crowded at all.
I hate it here. It's so crowded.
That's the nice part.
Narchada has a population of like several billion.
And also, it's much smaller than Balmora.
I thought Balmora was also in the billions. Am I stupid?
Yeah, but not 85 billion.
And again, spread across a much larger planet.
Yeah, Narshada is a. I mean, it's first of all, it's a moon, so as Sophia said, smaller overall surface space, and also it is much like Coruscant. It is just a whole ass city.
Yeah.
It's
like it's Las Vegas, but no matter where you walk, you will never be able to leave.
Yes. And if you walk the wrong way, you'll probably get mugged.
Yeah.
If
Which
you
is worse.
walk the right way, you might probably get mugged.
Yeah, there's really no way of knowing.
But there you are, and I'm sure you recall the mission you're on. And if you don't, then quite frankly, that's on you. You should pay better attention. I'm not going to summarize that for you. So, what's the plan, gang?
Well, we've got to do some crime in the name of the Empire.
And to think I would have done it for free.
Allegedly. There's also Narshada, which is a place you can spend your hard-earned credits.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When I say hard-earned, I mean you earned it by being fascists.
It's
So
what
it
we
was
do
really
best.
quite easy when we get rid of our moral codes, which we all have.
We do?
You better have.
Tug's collar.
Ooh.
Sounds like a you problem.
Pulls out notebook. Say more.
You're gonna
But
snitch
anyway.
on me for being too fascist?
No. I was interpreting the other way around.
Oh. Understandable.
So
To
I
be
guess
clear, I'm fully waiting for you to decide what to do.
I'm trying to think of what exactly to say because I'm really good at words. Our goal is we have to steal. What the fuck was it called? Was the
Dooku's lightsaber.
Dooku's lightsaber.
yes.
Yeah.
I was like important artifact but my brain wasn't filling in the other details. We have to steal the lightsaber, so we should start planning our heist. Really.
What was
You know it's in the
Yeah.
possession of Samra the Hutt.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
You're stealing it for Baul, is that right?
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you need him to sponsor you if you want to have any chance of actually being taken seriously at the Hutt business meetings that you are
Yeah.
trying to stop.
Yeah.
So we need to learn everything we can about Semra's palace, castle, fortress, wherever he lives. We need to learn everything that's available, floor plans if possible, anything we can find out about how he runs his security, anything we can get our hands on. Any suggestions?
I do not recall this detail, unfortunately, Tez, but do we know if he is on another, like, pleasure palace, or did we not find that out?
You don't know. That being
Okay.
said, you have contacts that you can talk to. You could talk to Agent Shira, the ISP, or you could, of course, talk to Central. Though, while he will certainly do his absolute best to find out for you, he is not connected. He's not as well connected as Agent Shira is going to be.
Agent Shira. But we should make her do work for us. I believe we should first collect as much intelligence on Semra as possible. So we should make use of whatever intelligence has already been collected here. So we should start with Agent Shira.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Do you want to make the call?
I will, if that is an order, sir.
Go ahead.
All right, and then I'll pull up. You're on the comms.
Yeah. It's happening, Tali. It's taking all my attention.
I understand.
Agent she responds, it doesn't take very long at all to connect through. She's like, yes, and you can't help but note the smoke tone.
We're in need of local intelligence about Semra the Hut. Location and facilities.
If you have
Hello?
anything on,
No, you go first.
if you have anything on guard routines as well, that would be helpful.
Very well, let me see what I can find. You can hear over the comm that she's checking some consoles. Like, without checking my information network, I can tell you that Samurai is essentially, well, calling him an insurgent might perhaps be a stretch too far, but he's certainly a sympathizer. He's an anti-imperial business magnate.
Did we lose Tez?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Simply
Oh.
letting you respond.
All right. Where is he located on Moon? Where can we find him?
He's like, well, not on Narshada, certainly. The samurai only comes here for business. His actual estate is on Hutta.
Oh, that makes things
I
tricky.
see.
What we're after is on Hutter.
Is he
That's a
currently at
pain.
his estate?
One of our informants at the spaceport has reported that Semra's shuttle has left for the planet.
Well, does he perhaps have a holiday home here or something alike?
He's like, yes, of course. Every hut owns property on Narshada. If you don't own property on Narshada, you're not allowed to participate in the meetings of the Hut Cartel.
Well, what would you say is his main property?
Hutta.
No, here, I mean.
We should work.
I can forward your address with whatever you're looking for. I don't think it will be of much use for you.
You think what we're after would be on
Whatever.
Hutter?
Have you told Agent Shiro what you're after?
I don't think we have.
No.
No.
He's like,
we
I don't
haven't.
know what you're after, so I can't tell you.
I just mean on Nar Shaddaa.
It will not.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, we will not find what we're looking for in a holiday home. I believe we should focus our efforts on Hutta itself in this case. If do you have the coordinates of said primary address on Hutta? If so, please forward them.
I do, and I will. You should be warned that Samra has a rather large compound on Hutta. He has a great deal of business dealing with Blast Tech.
See.
Understood.
Which I think some of you certainly know Blast Tech.
Excuse me.
Particularly because I think. Let me check. Let me check. Because I'm pretty sure that most of your weapons are made by Blastac.
That seems
Yeah,
likely.
probably.
Yes, most of them are, not all of them. Not Lemorse's flamethrower. I'm assuming, well, your blaster rifle, I assume, is a standard Imperial battle rifle, an E11, which is definitely made by Blastac.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Neat.
Uh,
Well, either way, he's bound to be located at his Hutta estate, which is also where he is bound to keep anything of value to him.
right, that's good to know. Is there anything else you can tell us about how he manages his security?
I know that the man is a bit of a, I've certainly met more paranoid people when it comes to security than Semra, but he runs a tight ship.
I see.
Still, I do believe we have an agent or two embedded within his personal network that I might be able to contact.
Oh, that could be useful. We can get an easy entrance at least. That would give us what we need to find what we're after, I think. Is that something your agents could
Please put us
provide
in
for us?
contact at your first availability.
Like I will need some time to attempt to raise our contact for obvious reasons. She says, which carries the distinct impression of obvious for an ISP agent. That I cannot just raise an undercover agent immediately.
Naturally, no worries.
Of course.
But yes, that would be useful if you could let us know when or if that would be possible.
If within the next day and a half. If not, don't bother.
I'll see what I can do before the next rotation.
Thank you.
I'm also obligated to remind you that whatever you're doing that you don't see fit to inform me about, make sure it doesn't hurt our reputation with the Huts.
Of course, of course.
That is the intention. Not hurting the relation with the Huts, of course.
Great. Then I will communicate with you once I've made some strides in contacting our undercover agent.
Thank you, thank you. Over and out, I guess.
He disconnects the call.
All right, well, that's a good start. We need to start thinking about how we're going to handle this stealth mission. I assume no one here intends to go in guns blazing.
No, our goal should be to not be detected at all, preferably. And if we are detected, we should not be recognized as Imperial, for obvious reasons.
Right.
Since we have at least the location of the compound now, we could begin with finding more information about the layout and where our prospective prize may be.
Where are we standing right now?
Which,
Presumably in a somewhat secluded spot on one of the millions of Narshada streets.
Yeah. I think we should probably head back to the ship. unless there is anything else we need to
Yeah, 'cause-
investigate outside of the ship. But I think we should start to prepare our excursion to Hutter.
Yeah, the only thing to do before we go down there would be if we have any supplies we think we'll need.
Is there anything we could get that would help?
I would like to go shopping before we leave.
Okay.
See if I can get some new gear.
Yeah, again, you have the opportunity to do shopping because you're on Hata, which is you can find most things here.
Including things that maybe we can't find with Quartermaster. Well, with all the
Yeah.
crime, I mean.
We see.
Also, for your information, you're about to see that. Here you go. Enjoy.
I see nothing.
Oh, is that our
Mm.
is that our hut favor meter?
Oh, that thing. I see it.
Yeah.
Where's
You
this at?
lower left. You might have to move the
Oh, right.
Destiny pool button.
Yep, I did.
You as mentioned, as you know, to this mission, it is important that you maintain that you don't fuck up too bad, because you don't want to mess with the huts too bad. Both for Imperial reasons, and also they will probably send very skilled assassins after you. They're good at
Yeah.
that. They're great at hiring people.
Not preferred.
Could
You
I
don't want to let that get too low.
roll some sort of knowledge skill to determine good options for stealth equipment?
If you are looking to buy something, I think it is better that you peruse the catalogs yourself, because I don't know them extensively enough to tell you outright what's good stealth equipment. It depends what you're looking for.
All right, let's have a look. Compendium.
Again, it mostly just depends on what you're looking for.
I mean, if there's
you're
something that
looking for a
makes us
weapon
invisible,
or
that'd be
armor
nice.
And stealth field generators are a personal stealth field.
Stealth field. Okay.
Stealth field generators are mods. They're armor mods, and they don't. They don't quite make you invisible. They just make you harder to detect.
Right.
A personal stealth field will make you invisible, but you cannot afford that. That kind of technology is insanely expensive.
Where is armor mods?
To be clear, the personal stealth field is, first of all, it's rarity 9. It's also a restricted item, which makes it very hard to find, and it costs 20,000 credits.
If you're
we
looking
don't
for
got that kind of money.
if you're looking for attachments, Matt, it would be under item attachments.
Thank you.
That should be where the stealth field generator.
If you are looking in-game, on Foundry, I recommend, quite frankly, that you don't.
Oh, okay.
I recommend that you just look here.
Uh,
Click the link I sent you, and then at the top, there will be a drop-down menu for equipment. You find the category that you want, and you just peruse. It is more organized and easier to see than looking through the Foundry catalog, which is just that's more to just add the item rather than to peruse. So as I said, it mostly depends what kind of equipment you're looking for.
Evie's pissed.
I know, it's awesome.
I'm having fun. Evie's not.
He said be 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, I recommend that you peruse if there's well, this is going to be your shopping session, so go ahead and do your and figure out what you want to get, and then you'll have to go around Narshada, hoping to find it. For La Morsa, Narshada is also a place with a lot of medical clinics of variable quality, but people that might be able to help you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Variable quality also means variable price.
That's how they
Give you
get
extra time for cheap.
Can
It's
I
no
go?
trouble.
Can I go see one for that one crit I once got? What was it called?
Yes, I know the one you're talking about. The one that reduced your agility by 1.
Yeah. Can I see a doctor for that?
You can certainly try to.
I would like to try to.
Sure. I mean, you can find a clinic pretty easily. There's an abundance of clinics on Narshada. You wanna head to a clinic?
Mhm.
All right. Lamorza, you make your way. You split off from the team to find a clinic, which, conveniently for you, you walk off from the team, take a right. Oh look, there's a clinic. Oh, there's another one. Another about 4 buildings down. There's a lot of clinics. There's a lot of people. Medical services are desperately desired and needed on a place like this. That also means they can charge exorbitant prices.
Mm.
You wanna head in?
I think I have enough money to try. Yeah.
Sure. You head into the nearest clinic. You step into a. I wouldn't call it a nice waiting room. I wouldn't call it a terrible waiting room. I'd call it kind of a middle ground waiting room. There's about 3 other people kind of sitting in here. There's like a screen in the corner that's playing a swoop race. There's a Rhodian woman with her baby in here that is crying and screaming. And the receptionist droid behind the counter probably looks like it's about 6 models outdated.
Mm. Can I leave and go into the next clinic?
You sure can.
Actually?
Yeah?
Put me on comms with Shira.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Do you want to call Agent Shira?
Mhm.
Great. You call. It takes a few months. Like Centurion 3. Can I help you?
Yes. ISB. I would like to gather information regarding medical clinics, preferably ones of quality.
I can send you a list of our. We have a list of clinics that we know are pro-imperial and sympathetic to the cause and won't charge you for everything you own. Will that suffice, or do you need something more bespoke?
That should work.
It depends what the nature of your medical visit is for.
It is regarding quite a grave injury I've received on the field.
I see. She takes it and says, perhaps I think you might need something a bit more bespoke. I have a contact I know of a clinic you could see. though I can't guarantee its availability to you. You should head down to Shadowtown, Centurion 3, and look for the clinic and lab of Master Kin Talro.
Points at the screen.
He's in supposedly some kind of alien genius from outside of the common parts of the galaxy, from somewhere off in wild space.
I see. Do you have any advice on how I can get to this shadow?
To Shadowtown. You can take taxi terminals to Shadowtown.
Understood. Thank you very much.
Very good. Sheer out.
Yes.
Disconnects the call.
All right. Can I take a taxi?
Yeah, you can catch a cab.
How expensive is it?
You get into the cab. A Rhodian taxi driver looks to you, speaks in Hutties, like just, where you going, champ?
I would like a ride to Shadowtown.
Gives you a look. But alright, but it'll be extra.
How extra?
60 credits.
Sure. 60 credits to the original price, or just
Yeah.
the credits?
Yeah, that.
You're getting
60 credits to the original price, which was 100 credits.
How about we get it down to 130?
You wanna negotiate?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a negotiation roll for me. Tell you what, make it difficulty. I'm gonna say 2, and I'm gonna give you a boost die because you're clearly in like full Imperial uniform.
Oh, what do you say?
I said make it difficulty 2. Give yourself a boost die because you are, like, again, clearly in full Imperial. Like, you're in full Special Forces armor.
Yeah. So I don't upgrade difficulty, but I just keep the difficulty at 2, like 2 difficulty die.
Yes, and then you add a boost die.
So like this.
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
Damn.
He's like I'm thinking 160. The Shadowdown's dangerous place.
All right. I'll give him the 160.
All right. He's gonna start. You pay the man, and he's gonna start driving. You distinctly feel like you've been ripped off.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
All right. Well, that's happening. What about the rest of you? Anyone else?
Mark's gonna go shopping.
Yeah,
I've looked
all right.
at what I can about stealth. The best sort of option in terms of being affordable and doing something would be Alliance Light Stealth Armor, but it only provides 1 boost die to stealth checks, so I'm not sure. I don't think it's worth investing in. So I think in terms of stealth armor / stealth mods, I don't think there's really a good option. We might have to just be stealthy.
Yeah.
Unless someone else has found
Alliance
something else.
stealth armor would also be hard for you to find. Note the rarity and the fact that it is a restricted item.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like even
So that
before, even without factoring in that it would be very hard to find, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you're looking at something, keep note of if it's restricted and its rarity. That affects the availability and the ease of finding.
Yeah.
And presumably the price, even if it's base expensive, if it's hard to find, it'll be more expensive if we're getting it from criminals.
Okay, certainly on Nar Shaddaa, yes.
Yeah. Not when we're going through Imperial channels, but from criminals? Probably.
No, not if we steal it.
I mean, probably disguise kits would be good to have anyway.
Yeah, I was
Disguise
thinking that too.
kits. Ah.
Yeah, allows you to look like another person.
I don't think it would let us look like a hut, but it could.
No, it would not. It would not.
What kinds
That would
of
be
like
quite funny.
humanoid people live on Hutter?
All sorts, I suppose.
Okay.
The majority of Hutter's population is either poor, slaves, or huts.
Oh,
But there are humans like us there.
Certainly.
Okay.
It would be hard to find a planet in the galaxy that doesn't have humans.
That's fair. So disguise kit would help because he might, if he sees us, he might recognize us from the meeting.
Mm.
We made a big show of it.
I don't think you want to end up in a situation where
He sees our faces. Yeah.
where he sees you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, I think you want to adapt your strategy very quickly.
Flamethrower.
All right, Logan. Logan, what are you looking for? You see, I think you have an idea of what you're after right away. So
Yes. So,
no, you can't find that. Sorry.
well, damn.
Well, all right, next item.
So
No,
I'm
you
looking
can't find
for-
that. Sorry.
God damn it, man! I'm trying to find so many things.
Can I get some trail mix?
No, you can't find that. Sorry.
No.
What the hell? They don't even have trail mix here.
That's right. Samra brought all of the trail mix and now shut up.
Oh, we gotta kill him. We gotta kill this guy.
Fellas, we're going to
the
Hutter.
Kill this guy with
Psychological-
blasters.
Go on, Logan. Go.
I'm looking for another Dragon Eye Reaper blaster.
I'm sure you are.
Yep.
I am sure you are.
Rarity 7. What do I gotta roll for that?
Is it a restricted item?
No.
It is not restricted? Okay. Speaking you. Alright, let's see here. Dragon Eye Reaper. One moment, let me pull it up for myself. Zerka Arms. We love Zerka Arms.
We love them.
Do we?
We have
No.
a mixed feeling about Zerka.
Okay.
And by mixed feeling, I mean they are a conglomerate mega corporation, so we don't like them, but they are necessary for the function of the galaxy. I wish they weren't, but they are. Okay, give me one moment, Logan, to pull up all the information I need.
Mm-hmm.
Rarity 7. Okay. You're gonna have to make the roll for it.
Okay.
This world, because of how populous and everything else is, the modifier is coming down by 1. I'm applying a -1 rarity modifier.
All right.
So, but that unfortunately doesn't bring it down. So it's a hard negotiation roll.
Okay. So that's difficulty 3. I'm gonna tap a light side point.
Certainly.
Let's see. Do I have anything I can use to really help me?
I'll tell you what, actually, you could bring it down by 2.
Okay, so that'll make it difficulty normal.
That will reduce difficulty by 1 step. Because Narshada is such a populated planet. I think that makes more sense to treat it equivalent to a core world.
Okay.
That being said, I'm gonna overcharge you. You know it.
I know you are. Okay.
Okay. Mark, you split off from the group. I don't know if anyone comes with you to do shopping, or if you go as a group, or if you go individually.
Mark's not looking to bring anybody, but if someone comes along, he's not going to say no.
I'll probably
I would also
come
probably go
along,
shopping.
although I'm looking at something different.
All right. You go. You're shopping. You head down to the arms market. A a like specific kind of district of Narshada, where predictably this is where they trade arms in large quantities. It's Narshada. This is a criminal's favorite place. They're gonna sell weapons. You find your way. You peruse some of the vendors there. You ask around a little bit. You know how to generally find what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way into the arms shop of a Neimoidian vendor. You step in. You see several. The walls are kind of lined, with different types of weapons, including, you see it on the wall, a Zerka Arms C10 heavy blaster pistol.
Ah. Goes over to pick it up to bring it to the cash register.
You approach it like, fine eye.
Yes, I'm looking for one to pair with one I already have. And he pulls up the other one, finger off the trigger, obviously.
Yep. They're like, yes, it is a very. It takes a moment and just you see deliberates on the most poetic phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reliable weapon for someone in your trade, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
So of course, security and the ability to do our job come at a price, no?
How much?
Kind of like nothing unaffordable for a presumably skilled mercenary or soldier like yourself. A mere 2,000 galactic credits.
He looks back to the blaster pistol, thinking for a moment. 1,750.
Win negotiation roll.
Okay. Difficulty?
Give me difficulty. Give me difficulty 3. Give yourself. Okay. Before I, do you have any talents?
I
Applicable
don't
here?
believe I have any talents that would be applicable here. Nothing that would make me more intimidating or add any boost dice or anything.
I'm gonna say, go ahead and give yourself a boost die anyway, please and thank you.
Okay. Hey.
Hems and haws a bit. Like 175? Oh, well, 1750 rather.
Yes.
Like, very well, very well. I'm willing to make this bargain and leave you with my only and last circa C10 heavy blaster.
He takes it off the wall, carefully inspects it, and just says, I'll promise I'll take good care of it.
Wonderful. So now, payment up front, cash, installations, credit.
Up front, and he goes digging through his pockets for the appropriate credits.
You probably have a card essentially.
Oh yeah.
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 Your government. You get paid on your good boy account.
On my good boy account.
You don't need untraceable cash.
I work for the government. All my cash is untraceable because I can delete the records.
Well, no, you can't.
No, I can't.
You cannot access the Imperial Revenue Service.
I love that it's still the IRS.
I believe it's called the Imperial Taxation Bureau, but
oh, okay.
Oh, so hard.
Well, it says if it's not true in as if it wasn't true in real life, don't mess with the Imperial Taxation Bureau.
Yeah. Wouldn't think of it.
It's bad enough in real life, but They have different ways of disappearing you.
It's true. All right, you pay the man 1,750 credits. You gain the blaster.
All right. Now, I'm not quite done here, sir. I do have some more
Oh.
business to do with you.
Yes, very good. What else can I help?
All right, so specifically, I'm looking for paired weapons, the mod. If I'm reading this wiki page correctly, I get to pay 300 credits or it's a weapon attachment. Sorry, 300 credits for the attachment on both pistols.
Yes, it's for the pair. Yeah, because you need it on both weapons. It's
Yes.
300 for the pair, so it's you could say it's 150 a pop, but you buy them as a pair.
Yeah. I would appreciate it if you were able to modify these weapons to be a bit more balanced. I would prefer to be able to swap them with each other as need be.
Certainly. I have one of my employees in the back room is very skilled at modifications.
Ah, perfect.
He says, if you would leave them with me, we'll have that done in 10 minutes.
Much appreciated. Goes ahead and puts the other blaster pistol on the counter.
Yep, he takes them. You see, he walks. He turns around, walks through like a hatch on the back. He puts them down. He presses the button. You watch them like swivel. That like this hatch swivel into the wall behind.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, now, who's with you? Are you alone in there, or who came with?
I came with
Moira
Okay.
and Lysander.
He turns his attention to the two. Now, the two of you, can I be of any assistance to either of you?
I'm looking
But
for
you, my good man, he looks through Lysander and says, you look like a man who enjoy a nice rifle, perhaps.
Well, I'm looking for something a little unusual for my rifle. Perhaps you could help. It's
Such as?
not something you see often. I'm looking for a blaster energy dampener.
Well, give me a moment. I'm just looking it up for my own sake. Just give me a moment.
It is restricted, so I'm expecting this to be tricky.
These can then be installed on ranged heavy and ranged light blaster weapons. This will reduce the damage of your weapon by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Just as long as you were aware.
Yeah.
He reaches up and strokes his chin. Like, we believe that this should be doable.
Oh.
We might have something like that sitting in the back.
Oh. Could you check in the back for me?
Like I don't need to. I'm confident that we have it.
Oh, wonderful.
If you are willing to pay the price, of course.
Well, it depends what the price is.
Ah, yes.
I can live without it if the price is too high.
You see a contemplative face, drumming his fingers against the counter. I believe it's 1,250 credits.
Oh. I could pay you 1,000 credits for it.
No. An additional 250.
Well, surely you can meet me part way. I know you're making a lot of profit at this price.
Like, I am but a simple businessman. Profit is the name of the game.
Of course. I don't expect to get this for free, but I know you're making a lot of money already. I'm sure you can meet me part way.
Give me a negotiation roll, please.
Very well.
Difficulty 3, you also get a boost die.
Negotiation. Difficulty 3. Boost die. Roll. Ah!
He thinks for a moment, says, out of generosity to the service of our troops in the Empire, says, I will remove 50 credits. 1,200.
Check my money suppliers. 1,200? Alright, I'll do it.
Alright, go ahead and subtract that. Logan, have you gone ahead and custom and set up your weapons?
Yes, I have.
Alright, cool. Then I don't have to do it.
Add 6 my credits. All right.
Can I just put this on my rifle? I don't need to do anything fancy, right?
Yeah, you hit the edit item on the blaster rifle to open its sheet, and then you just drop it into its attachments.
I got it. I didn't know if I needed, like, a weapon workbench. A modern video game.
No. Attachments can be put on immediately.
Sounds good.
Hold on, I just need to apply. I see that. There we go. It is now correctly subtracting 1 point from your damage. It wasn't doing that properly.
Okay.
I got it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so stealthy.
And wait for you to fail the first stealth check.
Don't jinx
I'm
it.
gonna. There's gonna be like one person on their own, and like I can take them out quietly. So I failed the first check. The loudest blaster shot you've ever heard.
So like in Payday when you accidentally throw a grenade.
Oh.
You go to pull out your sidearm. You like nudge your 3 button, just chuck a nade, and then you're like, and then you turn and look at me like, Tess, we need to restart. And I'm like, why? And then I hear a boom and like, got it.
You and I in full stealth gear just stood staring at a grenade on the floor between us.
He takes. Presumably, you're going to hand him the weapon so he can send it to the back to attach that.
Sure.
And then turns to Moira. It's like, hey, what about you?
Quit. How would I? Is there any like limits to how many mods can go on certain weapons?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Mods or attachments? Those are different.
Okay, these are attachments that I'm looking at. Never mind.
Okay. Okay. Attachments, yes. Mods, no.
Okay.
When you mod, you don't mod the weapon. You mod the attachments.
Okay.
Those are what you mod. The amount of attachments you can have is limited by a weapon or an item's hard points.
Okay, so my pistol has 4, and I've already got 2 on there.
Yeah, you have 2 left.
Okay then.
And mods are then applied to attachments. Mods require a check to be implemented. If you fail the check to mod, then you have failed that mod forever. You can't retry. You only get 1 attempt per mod.
Mm-hmm.
And the more mods you have on an attachment, the harder it gets for future mods.
Okay then.
So let's say you have an attachment that has the mod option for like +1 damage and +1 advantage, or to lower the amount of criticals needed to the amount of advantages needed to crit, right? If you fail on, let's say, the damage one, then you can't try that one again, but you can still try the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's how modding works.
I see.
Logan, which backpack did you have in mind? Because it depends on which one.
Are there multiple? I thought there was just one.
No, there's a few.
Okay, they don't list them on the wiki. Let me look through the items.
There's the regular backpack for 50.
That's the one I was looking at getting.
There is also the Imperial Army military pack.
Just using the search feature and typing in backpack in the wiki gives me a lot of backpacks.
Okay, it didn't for me. That's weird. Let me...
I would simply search pack instead, not just backpack. I know it will give you some other options too, but it will also make sure you get anything that counts as a backpack.
Yeah. Field equipment. Cause issues with... Okay.
4K pages? Holy shit. Why is the Dora the Explorer wiki so extensive?
It must be
It's not
like
extensive enough, in my opinion.
must be like when the Falamore wiki got hacked.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was full of like laser eye surgery ads and shit.
Well,
I think
the Imperial Army military pack is an option. That's why I ask, because there are multiple backpacks.
I think I'll just go with the regular backpack for 50.
Yeah, that you can. That one I'm not gonna have you roll for. You can just find it. That's easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Not in this very shop, but you can find it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna add that to my sheet.
You'll be able to get it during your shopping trip.
Minus 50 backpack. There we go.
You already have one. No, sorry, I was looking at the wrong character sheet. My bad. No, I had the wrong person's character sheet pulled up,
All good.
and they had a backpack. So I thought,
I've got a bunch because I'm weak.
That's true.
Hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say you could get a military backpack. That would help you, but then I was like, actually, you can't. They're cumbersome too. You have brawn 1. It is too big for your spinkly ass frame.
I'm here to look pretty and hack computers.
Actually, wait a minute. How does cumbersome work? Is that just like you have to meet the threshold of brawn?
Yes.
Oh, I should just get the Imperial one.
Which you can also get easily from at the Imperial headquarters on the planet. Because it's Imperial. You can get that. Yes, it is. That's why I would actually, because it is just objectively better. If you meet the cumbersome, it is 6 encumbrance instead of just 4. Just better.
Do we have it in the module?
Yes, but it might be under a slightly different name. You're right. That is a Terraria item.
Me in the middle of combat, summoning Mustafar on my enemies.
It is, Logan. It is simply called the military pack on Foundry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that then, and I'll just that's 60 credits.
That's 60 credits. Yeah, the Imperial Quartermaster is not going to charge you anything more than that.
Cool.
Whoa, Imperial Quartermaster's going by the rules. That's crazy.
You've all undergone military training. You've all undergone Imperial military training, even Evie.
Yeah.
And this is amusing because it's a thing known in Star Wars canon is, there are many branches of the Empire you don't mess with. Requisitions is certainly one of them.
Yeah. You can do anything, but don't touch requisitions.
It's like it's known that like if you lose your helmet, requisitions will give you like hell to get another one. Don't lose your shit. They don't like it.
Yeah.
And also, you don't want to be in a situation where you need something from them, and they don't want to give it to you.
Yes, don't mess with requisitions. Logistics and supply is a whole thing, and you will understand why it is so draconic, because it was organized by Tarkin, and he does nothing easy. As of course you know, because again, he is Tarkin, and he likes his things neat and organized. Quite frankly, I think Tarkin has autism.
Good for him.
Not good for us, though.
Does Moira want to get anything?
Yes.
Go on.
The
No, sorry, we're all out.
okay, well, I'm not getting anything.
What do you want?
The electronic sighting system.
Electronic sighting. Oh, interesting. Yeah, he gives you you tell the vendor what you're looking for. Like, yes, I do believe I have something like this. So of course, much like with your friends, as long as you're willing to pay the price. I believe 800 credits.
$700.
All right, give me negotiations. Same difficulty. You also get the
What's-
boost die.
Difficulty 3. Okay.
Yes, please.
And a boost die.
And a buy, yeah.
Holy shit, they got bisexuals here?
Damn.
Damn.
Logan,
Fine.
my good friend, did you just spend experience?
That was me correcting the number on my sheet. I already spent the experience. It was the number was just wrong.
Okay, because I get a notification when you spend your experience.
I know, it tells me you do.
You can't sneak past me.
Me slowly putting back the other dedication I bought.
This is me on Tasmania when I see one of the other ops going to creative, narrowing my eyes. Let's see, where's the roll? He's like, no, 800 firm. 800 firm.
Fine.
Wonderful. I will send it to the back to be attached. Go ahead and just subtract it.
Oh, oops.
That's the sound of someone removing all their money.
No, I accidentally gave myself 40,000 credits instead of lowering it down to 3,000.
Let's go, Rich.
Let's go!
Money duplication glitch, let's go.
Okay, I have gone ahead and attached it for you.
Cute.
About 10 or so minutes time. The hatch at the back of the room gets flipped back, and he grabs the Dragon Eye Reapers. Yeah, puts them back on the counter. Grips towards Mark and says, "Here you go, my good man. I trust you will be satisfied with our product."
Goes to pick them up and just like feels them with his hands, just like weighing them.
And you're like, wow, these are a lot lighter. Yes, removed all interior components.
It's just the shell.
Yeah.
It can no longer blast. Thank you very much. And then he holsters them both.
It's the fucking monkey's pulse going in like, I need this weapon to be a little lighter. We'll see what I can do. All right. That you done at this shop? Anything else you people want to purchase? Armor, gear, etc.
Here.
I would like to attempt a mod on my armor.
Okay, you can do
Or
that when you're done with the shopping proper.
Okay.
You said gear. What do you have in mind?
Like security stuff.
Okay, can you be more specific?
Like hang on, I completely lost it. It was like a comm jammer, something like that. And
Palm jammer? Okay.
if it's possible, a security sweeper. I know that's a bit rare, but
Hold on. Give me one moment. Security sweeper and the comm jammer you can definitely find on Narshada. That's not difficult. Give me a. I'm not gonna make you roll. I'm not gonna make you roll to find it. I'm gonna make you roll to see how overcharged you get.
oh gosh.
about
Give me a negotiations roll. Difficulty of 1, please.
Anything else?
Nothing else. Not unless you have anything.
Okay, well, I don't.
Then nothing else.
Okay. Are you fucking serious?
All right. You
This
are
is
able to get it. They're willing to sell it to you for 600.
Okay. So that
Holy
would...
shit! You know this thing has an encumbrance of 4, right?
No? What? I didn't see that. I missed
Jammer's
that.
income
That's
4.
Wait, for what?
That,
Oh, for the
like,
comm jammer. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the comm jammer then. I will just go for the security sweeper instead.
No, you can I mean you can have it. You have the encumbrance to spare.
You only start getting like penalties when you go over the threshold.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're at 3 of 7.
then-
You have the encumbrance to go for.
You can also get a military pack. That'll increase it by 6. Your threshold by 6.
Artez.
Yep.
I can shop later too, right?
Yeah, of course.
I will be right back. What?
Yeah, you have the encumbrance to spare. I wouldn't be worried about that. I was just letting you know that I was surprised that it was encumbrance 4.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
It's alright. You can still get it. If you still want it. 600.
600. That's just for the jammer.
That's just a jammer, yes.
Oh, I thought I was rolling the negotiation roll for the security sweeper because that was rare.
No, sorry. There was really a jammer. I said you can definitely find the jammer. This is just to see how overcharged you get.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait.
Can't be selling illegal goods.
Yeah,
at
why
low
not?
Prices.
So, 600, then you can add the comm jammer to your inventory. Just find it in gear and just drop it into your own character sheet.
Okay.
Mark, you look around. All the casino lights around are calling to you.
Don't do this to me. Please. I'm not strong enough.
You're having hallucinations. You're seeing them reform into your name for every sign.
Oh god. Why are all of my characters this?
Because you are. Because you are.
Damn it! No.
Look inwards.
You have forgotten me, and therefore you have forgotten yourself. All right, for the security sweeper, go ahead and make me another negotiation roll. This is for finding the item. Its difficulty, it's let's see, it's in rarity 6. You get a -2, so that's going to be effectively rarity 4. So it's an average negotiation check.
And how many difficulty die is that? 2?
Just 2.
Okay.
Ah.
Fuck.
Damn. You're able to find plenty, but they're all too overcharged to be worth it. All right, that's you done for shopping. Or do you have more you want to look for? You have the opportunity.
I want to buy a couple of binders.
Binders?
Yes.
Like for the chest? You're gonna have to give me more here. I don't know. I'm too surrounded by trans people. I need to know what context of what kind of binders are we talking about here?
I don't know. It's an item. It's just called binders. I'm assuming it's like
binders.
I'm assuming it's like handcuffs, rope, zip ties, whatever.
I just didn't know what you meant. I mean, I'm sorry. When I hear binders, I think of trans people.
Okay, I understand.
Say, looking at this community, a non-insignificant percentage of its population is trans.
As I get it, please. Like,
yeah, you can find that for just 25.
okay, well,
Also, yes, they're just handcuffs. You want to buy 4?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Lysander, are you looking for anything else in the shopping? During the shopping?
I am content with my purchase. But thank you for asking.
Are you sure? I won't ask again.
Do you have any suggestions?
It depends what you want.
Nah, I don't want anything.
Are you sure? I won't ask again.
Well, do you have any suggestions?
Depends what you want.
No, I don't want anything.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I won't ask again.
Well, do you have any suggestions?
Do you have any suggestions?
Depends on what you want. It gets high. It gets higher pitch every cycle.
I don't suppose you happen to have Count Dooku's lightsaber?
No.
Damn it.
We have an exact replica right here.
They hand you one of those clearly plastic toy lightsabers.
Like the telescopic ones.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. Even finding imitation lightsabers would be very hard.
Yeah.
That's not something you want floating around the market, even if it's an imitation or toy. That can get you in trouble. That can have inquisitors on your door very quickly.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No.
You just don't want that. All right. Mora, are you done, or do you have anything else you want to look for?
I'm finished.
Okay. Evie, what about you?
I have no shopping that I want to do. I think that what I'm doing is trying to get things like the layout of the facility.
Okay. You're trying to gather some information.
Yeah.
What means or channels would you like to try and go through?
First, I want to see if there's any like non-intrusive way to get it. Like if it's just out there on the local information
The
pathway.
HoloNet?
You know. Yes, that. I know what things are called.
You're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
No. It's definitely not on the HoloNet. You could, of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
there will be information brokers who can probably sell you that information.
This is true, but what kind of prices?
Probably not cheap. This is one of. It's a hut.
It's a hut. Yeah. No, I kind of figured. That's why that's why I had to ask. I guess I'm going to see what their security is like and see what kind of access I can get
Well, okay. Well, you can't
remotely.
slice in here from here. That's not happening.
Okay.
That's
All
on
right,
the
that's
planet. That there's no grid for you to connect to from here.
That's reasonable. All
Yeah.
right. Then I guess I want to look into, I guess, other more general things like where would we be able to land that wouldn't necessarily be right in their facility, stuff like that. Like
Yeah. Sure. Just
set up
general
set up
information.
our approach to be as unobtrusive as possible to have the best chance of not being spotted before we've even started.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You just want to gather whatever information you can, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's my job.
That is the job. This is This is true. This is true. This is completely true, in fact. Well, tell you what. You can certainly get some information pretty easily. You know that Nemrose. No, it's wrong hut. Completely wrong hut. Because because they all look the same to me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know that Semra's compound is located on the outside of the oh god, I just had that at the tip of my tongue. Of the city of Jiguna.
Okay.
So you can more or less just land in Jiguna and then make your way there.
So, all right. So it wouldn't. It's not gonna. It's not like it's the middle of nowhere and landing there is.
Clearly sus.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. If there's not other info I can really get while not on the planet, then that is fair enough. I just wanted to get what I could, really.
I mean, you can get plenty of information on Hata. I don't know if any of that is immediately helpful to you.
Well, yeah, I'm looking for information that'll be immediately helpful to this operation.
No, nothing in particular.
All right. That's fine then.
Okay. All right.
That was all I really had in mind, to be honest.
That's fine. Lawarsa,
Mm-hmm.
you get shot.
Huh?
You're dead now. Magic, real quick. Is your credit count correct on your sheet?
If it's 4K, 4.9K, then yes.
Okay,
If
it's
it-
not.
Okay, okay.
It's 4.
I updated it 5 times today, and it keeps on going to 4 credits. I don't know what's happening.
Lamorse is not allowed to have more than 4 credits.
Okay, I updated it. It's 4 again. Okay. Okay.
Try
Hold on.
reloading Foundry, mayhaps.
Oh, I know why. Because I had a
Why-
comma in there.
Ah.
You
It
fool!
does
like
say
it.
There we go.
promise.
You fool!
Uh,
I'll
I
teach you
your
to
sheet
use
was like,
correct
"You have
notation.
I opened your sheet was like, you have 4 credits.
I cannot. That's why I tried to. That's why I tried to negotiate the price of the taxi.
I was gonna say, no, that's not 4,965. That's 4,965.
I
You
can
have
afford a pretzel.
you have almost 5 credits.
I forgot that other countries treat that differently. That's good.
So after commas, you get into the decimals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get down into Shadowtown, head off, and make your way towards Masterkin Talrow's clinic. Because you were given the coordinates by Agent Shira.
Mhm.
You make your way here. It's a honestly pretty unassuming facade as a part of just one of the many blocks of towering, one of the many large blocks of just presumably low rent apartments and such, and drug dens and the lot.
Yeah.
Shadowtown notably does not have any view or access to the city's sky. It is further. It's so low down on the city that you can't see the sky anywhere. So all lighting down there is artificial.
Oh yeah.
Which, to be fair, most lighting on this planet is artificial anyway.
Yeah.
That's right. Narsha, the fake sky theory.
Is it a fake sky if that's really what the sky looks like through all the pollution?
Perhaps. All right, you're gonna head in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You step into. You're not there.
I wish I was.
No more. You step in to a. It's not really a reception. It's more like the front area of a lab.
Okay.
It's very clean. You notice the temperature dropping a couple of degrees as you step in. Almost directly across from you, behind a desk, there is a. What's their name? Hold on. A Kaminoan sitting behind the desk.
Oh.
I would say they look up at you, but they don't need to because their necks are so fucking tall.
They looked down at me.
The Kaminoan's gaze flicks up from their consoles as you step in. And says, "Hello."
Oh, hello. I have heard that a certain kin Talro is here.
Yes, this is where Master Kintalro works.
Could I see him?
The Kaminoan regards you and says, before looking down at your console, "What's this about?"
A grave injury I've received on the field.
This is one moment. I tap away at their console a little bit. You're fortunate. Master Talor has some time to see you.
Right now?
Yes, right now.
Oh, splendid.
Raising her arm, the Kaminoan gestures to a door at the side of the room. Just step through.
Thank you very much. And Lemorsa steps through.
All right. You head on in. You step into a room that's very much a lab. We're talking multiple workstations kind of littered around the room with different projects and things going on. Some medical in nature, some clearly mechanical in nature. There are large vats of like blue and green liquids of varying sizes. Lots of wires and tubes running along the floor between different consoles and bit of machinery. Some whose purpose that you can intuit, and some whose purpose you'd probably rather not know, quite frankly. There are holographic displays of like disassembled bits of machinery or like pieces of technology around us. There's a lot of stuff happening here. The soft whirring from like more like I guess like server or computer fans can be heard in the room. Master Kintaro, you is in this room, turns sitting in a chair that's like hovering over the ground. They turn your way when they hear the door opening. You don't know what race Master Talor is. You haven't seen it before.
Oh, okay.
You got a
Iris?
hello, Iris.
Hello, don't mind me. I merely spectate the war crimes.
All right, okay, that's fine. As I said, Master Talor, who you see before you, is of a kind that you don't recognize. You haven't seen his species during your time in outside of Chiss space.
Yeah.
He's got a kind of a grayish skin and almost a slightly avian complexion. Though to be clear, not feathered. Just kind of that kind of like skull structure and such.
Yeah.
With two sets of arms. One, larger, more normal pair, and then a smaller pair kind of resting beneath. And sitting in the hovering chair, he turns towards you as you step through rooms like, yes, can I help you?
Yes, you can, in fact. I've been told that you deliver quite exceptional medical work.
Amongst many things, I do medical work, yes.
I would like to ask you or request of you to help me with an issue I've been having.
He gestures for you to come closer. Go on, tell me about your issue.
I walk closer to him and I say, on the field, I have received an injury that has seemingly left me a little weaker than before the injury. And I would like to ask of you to try your best to help me.
Master Talor gives a nod, says, very well. Would you be so kind as to remove your armor? And he taps a couple of buttons on the arm of his chair, and you see a hatch on the floor kind of opens as it rises up with like a dentist's chair, basically.
Yeah.
Please remove your armor and take a seat so I may make appropriate internal scans and see what I'm working with. Says, worry not, I am familiar with Chiss biology.
Oh, is that so?
Says, yes, I have encountered a fair few of your kind when I came. Says, me and my people come from deeper within wild space than yours. A region known as the Stellacion Basin.
I see, then. I will be confident in putting my trust in you.
Please.
Lemorsa removes his armor. And
step down to your, like the bodysuit underneath the Imperial kind of standard like black fabric bodysuit.
yeah, and my weapons as well.
Yeah, I assumed. All right,
And a
you
gun.
get. Yeah. Master Taylor kind of hovers closer towards you, taps a couple times. The arm of his chair projects a keyboard for himself that he types at with his lower set of arms. An array from above kind of comes down with like different instruments that seem to be like rotating around, making scans of you. And you can see creating like a holographic projection off of on like a projector on the side. Once it's done, the array like swivels a bit more to show the projections thoroughly to Master Tallow. It's like, I see the issues. Yes. I believe this is something I can help you with.
That would be most appreciated.
Says I will have to administer. He stops himself. Says I will have to craft a essentially bacterial remedy that I will introduce into your system, which should take care of most of the issue. You will notice immediate effect, but you will have to continue regular physical exercise to ensure you don't decay back to this point.
What would happen if I happen to decay back to this point? Would I end up being worse than before?
No, the effect of the bacterial remedy simply would cease. Then you would have to get another dosage.
What type of exercise are you thinking? How?
The
To what
regular-
extent?
It's just a regular physiological exercise. I suggest he takes it and said, "You are an Imperial soldier, no?"
Right, you are.
Because I could tell. He looks to your armor. Not that it's difficult to intuit. I imagine, as a part of your daily regimen, you probably receive most of the kind of exercise you would need.
You are correct.
But if you are looking for a specific recommendation, I would suggest swimming.
Swimming.
It is a good workout for the body.
I will take note of that.
Says, I know what I must do to create this remedy. I will need a sample of your blood and a few hours of time to work. Still, says, I wish I could administer my services for free. However, the components I need are not cheap.
That is understandable. What price are you thinking?
What price are you willing?
$250, as in 2.5k.
Give me a negotiation roll. Difficulty 2, please.
Oh, yo. Down.
Yeah. Yeah, you consider your price as 3. I believe I should be able to make do with.
I can work with 3.
But if you're willing to pay, then I'm willing to do the work.
Alright.
Alright, you're gonna pay Kim Talro 3,000?
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and subtract the money. Are you gonna stay with him for the few hours while he works? Or you wanna leave and come back?
Right, we have a mission.
You're not gonna set off on your to hot up before you do. Within a few hours. I assume not.
Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah, we can. Yeah, let's do the thing then. The surgery.
You take some time. Talbot, you and the Talbot exchange some small talk. He's interested in your experience of wild space as a chiss, since again he also comes from those parts.
Mhm.
So you converse a little bit about that. He amongst other things, he reveals to you that he does in fact speak your language.
Oh,
He speaks chiss. And he also it's not I don't think the language is called chiss, but he speaks the language of the chiss.
yeah.
He also correctly pronounces your actual name.
Oh wow.
Good on you.
My full name?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If you tell it to him, he will correctly pronounce it.
Yeah. Let's say I do.
A couple of hours go by. He administers this remedy that he's created. You feel kind of like a cold surge over your body, but after a little bit you do feel better. Master Kintaler has restored your lost agility point. You can go ahead and up your agility back to 4.
Oh yeah.
Life is good. He's like, there. All should be well.
You were right. I do feel immediate effects.
Wonderful. So I trust you are satisfied with the results of my work.
More than satisfied. I highly appreciate you taking care of my issue, especially the swiftly.
It is no trouble. I wish you good luck on your continued ventures.
Thank you very much, Master.
All right. You're done with Master Talro?
Yeah.
Great. And you said you want to do some shopping.
You're not gonna believe this.
Oh, do you not have enough money now?
Okay, that's one aspect, right?
Did you subtract your money correctly?
You said 3K.
Yeah, that's what that cost
Oh
you.
my. Okay, hold on.
Oh my
Subtracting
God.
it correctly doesn't seem to be the issue here.
Okay, now it's done. Now it's done.
Okay.
Um,
Please don't tell me you are like 25 credits short.
no. I was thinking about buying something, but I'll just buy that next time, next paycheck.
Oh, it depends.
Instead,
What are you looking for?
a jetpack, but every jetpack
Okay.
that
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool your jets, Boba.
I'm afraid to say I don't think you can afford a jetpack.
So instead, I will prepare for it, and I would like to ask to buy a spacer's duffel, a new bag.
A what? Spacer's
Duffel.
duffel. Spacer's duffel. Hold on. Do you already have a backpack?
I have a surveyor's bag. I have a utility belt. I don't even have a backpack.
You have a modular backpack.
Oh, I have a backpack.
I'm afraid to say I can't let you stack backpacks.
You can't wear 2 backpacks. That would be certain.
No. You can't you can't have your inventory filled with shulker boxes. Sorry.
Why not?
One of your shulker boxes has an empty chest in it.
Wait, do we know if there's like mods for bags or backpacks?
Well,
Like I
since it's a
somehow just
modular backpack, it is a modular backpack because you can make attachments to it, which is
You know
good. It says which is
Did you-
good. It's good that you're not a Jedi then,
wait, what's that?
because you can make attachments to it.
Oh,
Sorry,
Dumbest joke.
It's not even that
God.
good. But it's pretty close.
Can you believe this shit, Tennessee?
Wait.
Let's see. Yes,
hear me out. Hold on, what's my
No.
encumbrance? Okay.
7.
It's literally not.
All right, I might just be lying.
No one said that the GM can't just say wrong things.
Well, that's one of my favorite things in Pathfinder is if you do a recall knowledge, I could just lie to you. If you critically fail, I can just lie. And NPCs can also just lie to you.
Yeah.
Let's see, for your modular backpack, it looks like the only attachment for the Mark III modular backpack that I can find is extra pockets, which increases encumbrance threshold by 2.
Ooh. Yeah, that's huge.
Oh, hold on, sorry. Let me.
No, the backpack increases it by 2.
Yeah, and then each pocket is an additional 1, up to a total of 6.
Oh.
The pockets are something you purchase separate.
Yes. Pocket.
Pocket separately.
I was gonna. Oh no! I was gonna make the joke.
Not fast enough.
Wait, so what is it called?
Mark III. Well, you have a Mark III modular backpack,
Yo.
which, quite frankly, I guess it is technically better if you have that and you fill it with all the pockets than buying a military backpack. But you could also just buy a military backpack and just sell your current one.
No, I've already committed. I trust me. I'm cooking with something soon. Give me like 13 sessions till I have the money.
Well, the extra pockets cost 15 each, magic.
15?
Yes.
Yes.
Like normal rubles?
They are cheaper than stim packs, yes.
What the fuck?
It's
How many
just
can I buy?
they're just pockets.
You can buy
You
6
probably
of
just
them.
Velcro them on.
Yeah.
You will need to modify the item in your inventory to account for the new encumbrance value.
Which means if you buy all the pockets, which of which you can get 6, that's 15 times 6, so that's 90 credits, and that increases your fucking encumbrance threshold of that backpack back from 2 to 8.
Whoa. Where's the item thingy? Where can I get items in game again? Ah, there I found it. The compendium.
I don't know if there's like a pocket item that you add. I think it's just something you have to modify the item itself for.
Like in the edit thing.
Yeah. Because I think by default the backpacks don't actually edit your encumbrance threshold at all. I had to edit the military backpack to add the stat.
How do you add the stuff? I'm trying to find the correct button for it.
So open the edit menu for the item. Go to the gear.
Yes, I got
you
that
figured out. Okay.
I'm just wondering which. Oh, it's under stat. I see it. I just didn't see it.
Oh.
And then change the number to
What the fuck?
What?
That cat.
Something wrong?
Sorry, I'm just. I'm astounded at the fact that Lamorce's encumbrance threshold is 22.
Holy shit.
I need to
Puff
get that
ass.
backpack for Lafkata. Holy shit!
Because I feel like this feels like something's wrong because of how high that is. That doesn't feel legal.
Tez, I have bad news for the law.
Well, the good thing is I make the law. I am the law.
What?
I am the Senate.
Do you know how much I've sacrificed? Christ almighty, why would you ever get anything but this?
Wait. Jetpack, right? You can use them to. Can you use them to be faster in combat? Have like more mobility, maneuverability. Yeah, jetpacks.
Oh, jetpack, sorry. I mean, they sort of. I don't know exactly what. I haven't looked at jetpacks in a while, so I couldn't tell you exactly what the jetpack does. Oh, in jetpack, here we go. Ideal when you want to phone transport. Because I want to reach higher analytics and leap. It's. I don't know the exact benefits it provides.
Oh,
That being
'cause
said, I would. I do have to make the case that you can only, realistically speaking, have one thing equipped on your back slot.
okay. Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
And this is where the being short by 125 credits comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Jump boots.
Jump boots.
Jetpack on boots.
The
Presumably
architect.
those wouldn't be as good, but
They have a maximum amount of 35 meters. User may function as a planetary vehicle with the following profile.
That's a really funny wording for what is probably very reasonable mechanically.
yeah.
I suppose I'd have to make you roll for it. I think, given.
When I want to use it in combat.
Well, I mean that will come with its own things, but no, I'm talking about to find it.
Oh.
Also, real quick, what calculates base encumbrance? Your base encumbrance is your 10 plus
I have this
brawn.
on Lost Sheet. Yeah, it involves brawn in some capacity. I used to have the.
But if I recall, base encumbrance doesn't go up after character creation.
Correct.
So it's whatever your brawn is at character creation.
Was it free? I think it was free.
That it makes sense. 5 plus brawn.
It's wounds that I don't. Wait, no, that
5
is.
plus brawn makes sense because mine's 11 and I've got like a bunch of backpacks and shit.
Okay. I'm actually back. 5 plus brawn. Thank you, Iris. Your base. So I mean, I need to just run some encumbrance numbers because I think something is a little off on your sheet. I think 22 sounds silly. That doesn't seem right to me. So I'm just running the numbers. So it's 5 plus your brawn. So if we say your starting brawn is 3.
Yeah, I would note
5,
it down.
6, 7, 8. So that should be a base encumbrance of 8. That's your base threshold.
Yeah.
Then your utility belt increases by 1. It increases your encumbrance by 1. Your threshold. Right?
9.
Yeah.
And then comes the modular backpack, which is going to increase your encumbrance by an additional 8, putting you at a much more reasonable 17.
The surveyor's bag.
The surveyor's bag.
That's 2.
Hold on, what is? Hold on. We get into the we're like the thing is, I think rules as written, there's nothing that says you can't like just stack yourself with backpacks.
Yeah.
But realistically speaking, that's silly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's where I have to, because I don't think there is a rule that prevents you from just buying every backpack, technically speaking, and then just increasing your
Yeah, and
encumbrance threshold, into oblivion. But obviously,
Yeah.
then you get to the point of you are the backpack man. You are nothing but backpacks.
The backpack.
And
Yeah.
I'm the one who wins.
And now we run into the case of the surveyor's bag and the backpack if they are compatible.
Did I cheat the whole time? I think I cheated
Not
the whole time.
really. I wouldn't say you cheated. Vertical rectangle with one large compartment, simply one over the shoulder and across the body, with the bag resting on the wearer's hip or at the small of his back. I would say, given that description, I think you can wear it. Given that it says that you wear it typically at your hip.
Mhm.
So I think it's fine. So if your surveyor's bag increases your encumbrance by an additional 2, you said,
Mhm.
then that puts you at 19.
Mhm.
Then this should be your your encumbrance is properly calculated.
Yo. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
You don't have any like skills or anything. I don't know if there are any that do that.
There are.
There are skills that increase your encumbrance threshold.
So you should check that.
Reduce any wielded weapon's cumbersome quality and encumbrance rating by number equal to ranks in Burly to a minimum of 1.
That's about reducing the item, not increasing your capacity.
Yeah.
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 Perform brace maneuver. What the fuck? I've had this?
You
There's
gotta
a
know your
reason
character
why-
sheet.
There's a reason why every time I do something with computers, I go, hold on a sec, and read through my fucking things trying to remember what I can do.
That's alright. That's alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
We have now got your thingamaboop solved properly. Your encumbrance is correctly, even though it is 19. It is still high, but it is more reasonable than 22. This makes more sense to me than 22 did.
Uh-huh.
19, you're too buff. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. You're just too buff.
Right now, it's purely because Morse is the bag man.
Evie walks in with her big ass bags. Yeah, I know. Lamorsa walks in with his extra bags. You thought you were the bag man.
I am the one.
Me taking too many Benadryl.
Whoa.
Seeing the bag man.
So true,
Damn
actually.
it.
Okay, alright, cool. Is there anything else you'd like to buy? Or you wanted to get those fucking jump boots, right?
Yeah, but I need 125. I asked the group for financial assistance for the 5th time, I think.
Oh my god. Alright.
Lamorsa is once again asking you to sponsor him.
Because of the help you've given me in ages past, you may have 50 credits and not a credit more.
I mean, 50 is a start.
Mark will give the remaining you said you needed 125
Remaining
more?
75, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will sponsor you with 75 credits.
Wait, so I got 125?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's how much I need.
We
That's
know.
crazy.
This bitch is always min-maxing.
And by
Specifically
the way-
her credit card.
He's gonna say by that we mean the credit value.
I've maxed out 13 credit cards.
Good god.
Okay, you can get the jump boots. Go ahead. Actually, sorry. No, you have to make the roll for it.
Alright. Well, what's the roll?
It is a negotiations check.
Oh.
What's the rarity of the item? It is rarity 6. I'm going to reduce it by 2 to rarity 4. So that it makes it an average check. Difficulty 2. However, I'm also going to tap a dark side point to increase the difficulty. To upgrade the difficulty, not increase it.
Doesn't want you to fucking have it.
Not after I asked the group for money.
Yeah, I want
Imagine
you.
how I look
Yeah,
after
I want you to
fail.
look like a bozo.
So upgrade difficulty.
Upgrade difficulty once, yes, please.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll in real life too.
Yeah, with your force and
Oh
with
my
your
God.
Oh my god. A despair?
Oh, what is?
Day and night. Oh shit, despair. Never mind.
I will stow this in my pocket.
Oh,
That's terrifying.
that's bad.
Go, let's see. Alright.
Oh, thank you for the money.
I've added the jump boots.
Maybe.
They can fly now?
They
Yeah.
fly now.
Yeah, your flame trooper is now flying.
I'm the rebellion will quake before us.
Lamorsa flies over the battlefield like a mosquito with a flamethrower.
I'd be scared of that.
I would be too.
Mostly
I mean-
because of all the ways I can imagine it going wrong. I mean, for everybody involved.
Little does imagine I'm gonna use that despair to make them short circuit the first time she uses them.
Yeah, it's only one time. There's always another time. And the other time is gonna work, you know? I'm gonna live through the first time.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
Good God.
Me doing the fucking glass gauntlets in Blasphemous. I'm gonna live
No.
this time. Alright. Is that your shopping done? That's 2,000 credits subtracted.
Yeah, I'm at a flat 0 again.
Again.
Oh.
Party
I've been
recongregates
there, I get
at the Dragoon, at the ship.
Yeah.
Alright. You meet back up. Lamorza is wearing brand new Yeezys.
Nice shoes.
Thank you, Captain. I would also like to inform you that I have visited a surgeon in order to regain my full combat capabilities.
What do they do to you?
I've been in some sort of has been injected. What did he do to me?
He injected you with what he called a bacterial remedy.
Yeah. The surgeon injected me with a bacterial remedy in order to cure, well, in quotation marks, cure the damage I've sustained from the big colic oil.
Void.
You let a
Oh, my bad.
back alley doctor pump you full of bacteria.
Because Mark, they didn't cover this in your medical training.
He seemed trustworthy.
He's trustworthy enough.
You could mention that he was recommended by Imperial sources.
No,
Even
no,
if
she
you're
can't.
My bad.
No, she can. She could say that if she wanted to.
I'm offering because it's the type of thing I'd forget.
Oh yeah.
Up to you though.
Yeah, I want to mention that. Thank you.
Go ahead and mention it.
He first of all seemed trustworthy in the sense that he was familiar with Chiss language, as well as him being recommended by our ISB agent Shira.
Oh, well, I mean, they've recommended them. That's fine.
Yes.
You should have said
Indeed.
something.
Then at the very least, he's a not known quantity.
Well,
I think if we ever sustain any physical problems in the field, then we will be able to turn to that surgeon specifically. He's a good
if you
asset.
grow a third head, we'll all know why. But let's hope it doesn't happen.
Third head?
Yeah.
A little more so. Only has one head.
Have we skipped past the second one, sir?
Well, I mean, if he grows a second head as well, that's also alarming. Anyway, we've got a planet to get to.
Right.
Indeed, I've discovered what I can. We'll be landing in the city that the name starts with J.
So it does, doesn't it?
My memory works really good, I'm sure. I should write things
Mm.
down more, but I'm bad at note taking.
It's called Jaguna.
Jaguna, yes.
Yep.
We'll be landing at Jaguna, as that is where the Semras, excuse me, facilities are. We should be able to land without arousing any suspicion, as the city is rather large, which should allow us to get to the compound unassailed by local hut forces. I hesitate to call them law. Once inside, we'll need to gain access to plans of the facility as well as any potential information about where the lightsaber may be housed. But getting there should not be an issue.
Sounds good.
Alright, you wanna give the signal to head down to Hatta?
Yep.
Alright. You take off from your designated landing spot here on Nar Shaddaa and promptly fly off of the moon and down to the planet. Because again, Nar Shaddaa is Hatta's moon. So it's a very short trip. You make your way down. As you breach the atmosphere on Hatta, it's not. I wouldn't say it's any nicer down here than it was up there. Hatta is kind of a sort of a chemical wasteland. A little bit.
Only sort of. They've cleaned it up.
You know, it's a whole thing.
I wonder if this is a metaphor for capitalism.
Uh,
Anyways,
you land down in like the sky. You see everything here is cast in a yellowish orange hue from the color of the sky. You see there are like the industrial ward of Jiguna, which Jiguna isn't a super big city. It's like, you know, it's like Mos Eisley. It's a notable city, but it's not, you know, again, it doesn't compare to Nar Shaddaa itself in any way. But you know, you can see plumes of smoke billowing from the large factories and foundries in the spread kind of throughout the city, and notably, you can very clearly see Semra's compound. This large, kind of like almost like domey building, kind of like just on the outskirts of the city, consisting of like 2 or 3 of these like almost dome-like buildings in like a large compound courtyard with like several like warehouses and off buildings. It is, you know, it's a whole complex that you can see on your way down as you land in Jaguna's spaceport.
I guess we get ready to disembark.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, let's.
just disembark.
Right, we head out of the ship. Everyone kits up and gears up and everything.
Whole montage sequence of us zipping up.
Like the A-team.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, yeah, you disembark, you're on the planet. I don't know what more you want me to give you right now.
Alright, how do we get to the palace?
Well, that would
Good
depend on
walk.
where we are.
Yeah, I
Spaceport.
I said we can walk. Sorry, I forgot my meds. I need to go do that real quick.
You could walk there. Sure.
How far is it?
I mean, it's just on the outskirts of the city. The city's not that big.
Yeah, alright. Let's go, team.
And away
Yes,
we go.
sir.
All right. You walk through the city. The streets are filled with all sorts of different people, vehicle traffic kind of going through. You see lots of basically trucks, transporting goods to the spaceport, and lots of people going about their day in the city streets, and of course, it's a lot of poor people here. A lot of beggars out in the streets. You make your way through, kind of coming out into the outskirts of the city, closer to Semro's palace. Semro's palace.
How does it look from where we're standing?
Could you be more specific?
Like,
What?
go ahead.
Do we see any guards? Do we see?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does
possible
it look like
entrances?
entry-wise? Is it like
Are you
one
looking
big
for? Okay.
gate all around it?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Stuff.
Sorry. Are you looking for a vantage point to look into the compound from? Because that's different than going to the place.
I think we're just more looking what the situation around it is in terms of like, is the compound like surrounded by a big gate, or are there?
It's a walled compound.
Okay, how many how many entrances can we really see if we just like walk around it? Is it like one big one, or do there seem to be several? Stuff like that.
There's a couple different entrances if you're just gonna walk around the premises, like the outskirts of it. There's a couple of different entrances, large gates and whatnot. Each gate that you find is guarded, though.
Yeah, reasonable. I think we just want to get at least a look at it.
Alright, this is the vibe of the
Deciding
place,
what to
in
do.
case you were curious.
Oh my
Is this
god.
from one of the MMOs?
Yeah, it's from Star Wars: The Old Republic.
It's got that vibe.
Yeah, it's got that kind of cartoon, almost a slightly Clone Warsy cartoonish vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it.
But yes, that's it's got this this feeling. Here you go. Here's another one. Kind of like this. This is the vibe. With like walls like that kind of around it.
Okay.
Each entrance that you come across is guarded.
Alright, gang, how are we feeling? How are we getting in here? I'm looking for suggestions. Let's go around the room. I'm also
One
running
of us
your
could certainly
ideas.
attempt.
Yes.
One of us could certainly attempt climbing the walls. I believe Moira has an ascension pistol.
I do.
I worry
That
that
would only
both
allow
the
one of
walls
us to-
will be surveyed. But we can try it. I won't stop you.
We could attempt a takeout of those guards, but that may be difficult without drawing attention.
That would be difficult. Even with my silence blaster.
Yes.
As you're chatting, Mark, there's a firm hand on your shoulder.
Immediate head snap to
To look over your shoulder.
yeah.
All right. You look. Everyone else follows, presumably the same line of sight.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was you I saw there. How the heck are y'all doing?
Oh, this asshole.
You see Alonso Castia flashing a bright grin.
Mark is going to whip out both his pistols.
He takes a step back and says, "Whoa there, easy." Yeah, says, "Well, I mean, it's a good a shot as any, though. Y'all know that I'm protected by Semra the Hutt, right?"
We're not here to fight. You don't mind my subordinate. Little jumpy.
At that, Mark is going to put his pistols away.
But making the man nervous out here.
Forgive us being a bit jumpy. I'm sure you understand the atmosphere.
You're like, "Oh, I don't mind." He says, "Hutt ain't too bad when you get used to it."
So what are
I
you
don't
up
intend
to?
to get used to it.
Wandering around the outside of the castle, the palace.
Well, I'm as you very well know, I'm a guest of the mighty Semra the Hutt, so I'm like to take a walk, stretch my legs out a little bit. Simple as that.
I don't suppose you could arrange for us to have an audience.
With Semra?
Yeah.
He looks over to the fire and says, "Sure, I don't see why not."
Oh, that'd be great. We can wait here if you need. Or perhaps near the main entrance.
So, well, what should I tell the venerable Hutt that this is all about now?
Oh, I didn't think this far.
We're interested in seeing if he would like for ways to improve his relation with Imperials. We are hoping to amend.
I don't reckon he'd like that. No, not one bit.
We're hoping to amend any perceived slight from the unfortunate way the other day ended up going.
Well, you brought the offering then, yeah, right?
What?
A tribute.
Oh, yeah, you can have Mark. No, I don't see that.
He's like, "Y'all didn't come all the way here to request an audience with the venerable Samurai, and you didn't bring tribute."
Let's
Ooh, that's
see,
poor
let's
taste. That's
see.
That's poor taste, ladies and gentlemen. That's poor taste.
That is poor taste. This is a real faux pas on our part.
So he says, like, he's like, if I wanted y'all to my grandma's house, I'd at least expect y'all to bring some cake.
Well, if that ever happens, we will bring cake.
Oh, don't worry about it. My grandma's dead.
I'm very sorry.
Me
Yeah,
too.
do we have anything we could offer?
Tez.
Yep.
Can I do some kind of like recall knowledge medicine check? Did the Hutt have any notable injuries that were not taken care of?
Interesting question. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Tell you
Real
what.
shot in the dark here.
Make me not a. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna.
it's a tough one.
I'm gonna do something very funky.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you do a perception check, but
Okay.
you use your ranks in medicine.
Okay. Perception. I have one rank.
That's upgraded once, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Difficulty. Let's see, because you're trying to recall. I think I'm gonna have to say difficulty 4.
Ooh. Okay.
And also, you probably wouldn't have noticed super well anyway.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
As it so happened, yes, Semra did have some injuries on his. Not okay. Let me rephrase. Semra had some old wounds that you could tell weren't tended to properly.
Mark thinks for a moment. We don't have anything tangible, but I could offer some medical assistance. I noticed your employer wasn't in the greatest condition at the meeting.
Well, that's something at least. If y'all don't got anything better.
Anything to ease the tension.
Well, tell you what. I'll go and ask the big fellow. I reckon he's gonna say yes. I wouldn't get my hopes up on patching any bridges. He ain't a big fan of the Empire. And now, as y'all know, as I'm sure y'all's research have told you,
Many huts aren't.
but so I can't be promising any stellar results. But I tell you what, I'll do my darndest. How's about that?
Well, that's all we could ask for, I suppose.
We appreciate that.
Oh, I'm sure you do. So he looks towards the compound. Besides, I don't reckon you got any better way in anyway. Says, no, if I were to think, you'd probably be talking about maybe skill on the walls. Bad idea. He's got turrets on the inside of the compound.
I suspected that.
So he thinks could have knocked out a guard on his way home, stolen his uniform, but then again, Semra doesn't really employ human guards, so y'all would stand out like sore thumbs.
Not
He
always
said,
a human.
said, no, you could dress. No, says, no, but you ain't got no Twi'lek guards. You'd have to dress. He said, you'd have to dress Nalivio up here like a dancer. And I reckon she'd probably do it. I don't reckon it'd be good for her dignity. No
I hate
offense.
this guy. I want to punch
Yeah.
him.
He looks over at you like, no offense.
She just kind of narrows her eyes just a little bit. She's not like gonna say anything.
Trust me,
Like-
she can't dance. It's not an option.
Like, of course, y'all could also try to blast your way in, but I mean, you're good. You're Imperial Special Forces. You'll probably make it. That being said, that would hurt your relations. And
Listen. I appreciate the advice, but we're not here to break in. We're looking for a legitimate audience with Semra.
like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought y'all thought it was completely acceptable to join conversations y'all had no business of.
One time, like, you break into one conversation and suddenly that's all you are.
Like, hey, I just want a seat at the table. Ain't that too bad? All I ask is to be included.
I'll
Full
always include you.
disarms.
In fact, why don't we trade numbers?
Oh, you can't have my comm frequency. I'm sorry. Real selective about that.
All right.
But I'll tell you what. As I said, as a favor to y'all, I'll see if I can't get you that audience with Mighty Samra.
Thank you very much.
Now be sure to bring good tribute. Otherwise, well, you'll probably be walking to your grave.
Right.
All right, toodaloo. He gives you a hand and he walks off, whistling along as he makes his way towards the end entrance into the compound.
This bitch.
All right. Once we're in, what I'm thinking is one of us will break off, and then we'll notice one person missing. They'll go find the lightsaber. Once our audience is concluded, we reconvene together and we will walk out together. Nice and safe. Any thoughts?
Simple enough.
If we're offering medical services, if we do it the same occasion as this audience, then perhaps the rest of us can worry about the lightsaber while Mach works. That allows us a bit more awareness of the circumstance while also being a perfectly reasonable way to approach the situation in the eyes of notable Semra.
Could ask for a tour of the palace.
That's true. We could ask for
Also,
a tour. Well, Mark works, like you say.
she kind of looks at her. Let's double check anytime we're discussing sensitive information from here on. I am.
What's that? I can't hear y'all.
Go fuck yourself!
Okay, go.
Let's not have any repeats of this. I don't trust that man's game. I don't know what he wants, but he clearly wants something.
Well, you know what he wants. You know he's an insurgent.
Well, I don't know what he wants with us specifically, other than us dead.
I was gonna say, fair. I was just gonna say, you know that this man is he is the rebel cell leader here. You know that.
No, the issue is more. I don't know why he's helping us get inside. If it's not not if it's not. I don't know why he's helping us get inside. So I'm not sure about his motivations here. That's
Fair.
kind of my point.
Fair.
Of like, he's helping us when it seems counterintuitive. So let's keep an eye on him and not give him sensitive information for free as we just did.
As you just did.
Did you know that talking about top secret plans in alleyways on Hutta sometimes gets you listened in on? Big news.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. So what's the play here?
Well, I suppose for the time being, we're just waiting for him to come back. Yeah.
In the meantime, Mark is going to do something that I forgot to do before we left Nar Shaddaa. And that is a mod on the integrated holsters.
Yes, right. Sorry, I also forgot. Go ahead.
All good.
Have you? Let's see. Does the mod counter go up on? That's from mods to the specific attachment or to the weapon?
I believe it is to the integrated holsters themselves.
Integrated. That's per attachment. I thought so.
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the wiki page for the integrated holsters so I can see what the mod is. Which mod are you going for here?
The innate quick draw.
Okay. Go ahead. I believe it's a. Let me think. It's the cost. God, you know what? Let me just look it up.
It's tradition.
Well, I mean, this isn't something I engage with frequently enough to just remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Let's see. To install a mod, you spend 100 credits. Make sure you have a toolkit. You make a hard mechanics check.
Okay.
If they succeed, install the mod on the gear. If you fail, the mod's not installed, and you cannot try it again.
And I cannot try it again. Okay.
And if you generate a despair, the attachment is rendered useless.
Oh, God, that's right.
I could fuck you up.
So, difficulty, what mechanics roll?
3. A hard mechanics check.
Is it 3?
It is
Or
3.
just... Damn, okay.
And you know what? I am going to fuck with you.
Oh!
The only reason you don't think it's 3 is because V has a bajillion fucking traits.
Right, yeah.
Reduce the difficulty and makes it impossible to fail mechanics checks. Because
yeah, pretty much.
Because Loot cannot help himself but build in the most broken way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say lightheartedly. a little fist shaking, but mostly I'm just joshing.
Yeah. Okay. Don't believe I have any way to assist myself. Okay. Please work.
Nope.
Oh. Okay. So
All right,
wait.
that's going to be a success. You succeed in installing the mod. That costs 100
Okay.
credits, and you have the innate quick draw talent.
All right. So 100 credits.
To be clear, I'm pretty sure it is. Sorry, give me 1 moment. Sorry, give me a moment. It is 100 credits. Yes. You just do that. Let me. Well, I checked this thing that I wanted to check. Quick draw. Okay. Okay. Right. That's what I thought. So you do have the quick draw talent innately now.
Yep.
Which is once per round on the character, they may draw or holster an easily accessible weapon or item. To be clear, that's only for one of your weapons. You can't draw them both with quick draw.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the part I was double checking. I wanted to make sure.
If I were to get the talent quick draw, would that allow me to draw both?
I would say if you have quick draw from 2 instances, you could. I get. It's a good question about.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That is a good point. I think if you were to. No, Iris is right. That's a good point. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Because it's not ranked. Yes. So
All right.
getting multiple tiers of it doesn't do anything for you.
Fair enough.
All right. But you do succeed. You did that like while you were waiting for Lemors to get back and on the way down to Hutta.
Yeah. Perfectly fine with me because there is one I want to draw more often than the other currently.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, after a little bit, your good buddy Alonso returns. Assuming you are still, more or less in the same area. And he
Yeah.
doesn't have to go searching for you.
Mm-hmm.
He finds you. Says, there you are. Well, aren't you in luck? I was able to persuade the mighty hut to grant you an audience.
Oh, wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
Why don't y'all just come along with me and I'll take y'all there.
Sure thing. We follow behind him.
Yeah, he's going to start heading up. He walks up to the gate. A couple of Gamorrean guards kind of stand there and grunt and huff as you come by. He just gives them a little like, no, easy there, big fella, they're with me, and just walks past. And presumably you just follow.
Yep.
Yeah.
You enter the courtyard of the compound, which, as Lance said, there are turrets around here.
Yeah.
You see a couple of different laborers moving, like essentially, with maglift, trolleys moving around, like stuff into the warehouses and out around the work areas of the compound. But he continues leading you all onto the entrance to the palace proper. You step on inside, into a place that's notably in a whole different world from outside. It is much cleaner and much nicer. And from there, he guides you up like a ramp from the essentially this end. You enter into like a round kind of central room with like 2 levels to it, like of walkways and platforms. Up on the second level, kind of going around the interior of the room, and in the middle of the room, there's a ramp leading up, and then like a large door. It's like, all right, come on ahead, and I'll take y'all straight to the big guy.
Did we decide
Thank you.
against the one person breaking off plan in favor of
The group will break off from Mark, who is
yeah.
going to stay and do the.
Yeah, that was my suggestion at least.
Sounds good.
All right, yeah, we're following along.
I'm rubbing my nose. Oh, it was so itchy.
I'll
know,
rub it for
just-
you.
this
You
to us.
You step on through. You walk up the ramp. A couple of guards make sure the doors open up for you, and you enter into the equivalent of a hut's throne room, which probably the throne. I mean, you can call it a throne room. I think that's fair. There's a large lounging seat for Semra where he's situated. There's live entertainment around the room.
Oh boy.
Dare I ask what kind of live entertainment?
You can ask.
Do
I
I
assume
know the answer?
naked women.
What was that?
I assume naked women.
Yeah, that's correct.
Possibly some jizz music as well.
You drift through. Sorry.
No, definitely. Definitely both. Sophia is correct. Definitely both.
If you're wondering if I just wanted to say jizz music, you are correct.
Yeah,
That's all right. I respect it. I was hoping you would end before music because that would have been funnier.
Well, it would have been funnier, but it would have been a lot for me to say apropos of nothing.
You step in either way. Semra
Yeah.
immediately, his mood seems sour. As you approach, Landon's like, Mighty Semra, here are the Imperials that wants to see you oh so badly.
What would be the best
He
appropriate
walks
way to-
over, pats Lysander on the shoulder, like, good luck, buddy. He takes a couple steps back.
What would be the appropriate way to address Semra? Like Lord Semra or something?
You could address him as Lord. You could see the esteemed Semra. You could say the excellent. You just want a positive praising
like being-
adjective.
I was going to say, they like being praised. I don't know if they have specific preferences therein.
The venerable, the excellent. You can
esteemed
add. Yeah.
Semra. I must say your palace is lovely. This room especially is very well put together. You've put a lot of effort in. Naturally, we come bearing a tribute. My colleague Mark here is a fantastic doctor. He believes he can assist you with any medical issue you're perhaps facing.
You're like, Doctor. I trust no Imperial Doctor.
Oh, you can trust Mark. He's very talented. One of the best I've ever seen. I assure you, he can. His skillful hands will serve you greatly. In the right, Mark.
that is correct, sir.
Give me Lysander, will you give me a charm roll?
No one is more charming than Lysander.
Uh,
Difficulty?
Let's see. The difficulty is going to be 3, upgraded thrice because huts have nobody's full 3. So they upgrade the difficulty of all incoming charm checks by 3.
I'm going to
Insane.
tap a light side point.
Go ahead.
That's a wise move, I think.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Dog. Okay.
Damn.
He hems and haws. But very well. I will accept this new servant. He turns his head towards the side room where a Twi'lek takes a couple steps forward, without being called. It's like yes, master. Sam is like, have this one collared. Right away, master. You there, property? Come with me.
Uh,
The mighty Samra, we wish for him to provide you with the best possible service. This offering was meant to be for only 2 days' time. I hope you understand the difficulty it is to find good medical
You
officers.
come into my home, offer me a new servant, and then withdraw?
No, he is completely yours, but only for a limited time, Your Excellency.
He's Lancelot over in the side room, is leaning against the column. He is thoroughly amused, as you can tell by him. The two like looks towards Samra's like, so we are not to collar this one? Samra grumbles, having his mood visibly worsened by how this interaction has gone so far.
Look, I just figured that this would be better than whatever fallout would happen if you broke out after becoming his servant.
This is pretty.
Unless Mark wants to retire on Hutta.
He
That's
starts
up to him.
Samra at this point.
particularly.
Samra at this point, instead of speaking to you in basic as he had been, starts speaking in Huttese, which maybe it is because he's more comfortable, or maybe it's in that language, or maybe it is because he has perceived your slight and now he's going to slight you by speaking his own language instead of yours.
That's fair.
Yeah.
A protocol droid shimmies out from behind the throne, stepping up. This protocol droid, one silver, or like with a silver sheen that has now faded, has some dents and burn marks on him, and certain parts that look like they've been replaced more than once. Like, the mighty Samra wishes to extend his most sincere apologies. However, he said the mighty Hutt says he does not sign temporary contracts.
Yeah.
As the mighty Hutt further says, the only way to mend the slight and continue negotiations is to offer the agreed upon bargain piece. He gestures with his arm to Mark, as well as a sum of 2,000 imperial credits.
Yeah.
As compensation for the turmoil and distress you have caused the mighty Hutt.
Oh, fuck off.
You see Severus, you're like, oh, oh, oh.
I don't know if we have much choice. Obviously, we won't leave Mark here, but
Hey Mark, how do you feel about being rescued later? I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
That's
don't
out
say
of
that out
character.
loud.
That's entirely out of character.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't see that. He would not fucking say that.
He would not say that. Okay.
Me when people try to tell me that South Park Cartman would respect your pronouns.
Oh.
I'm like, I haven't even seen it all. Like, he would not say that.
He would
He
not.
would not
fucking
fucking
Are
say
you
that.
kidding me?
That's the
That little
origin.
shit would not.
That's the
That
origin
little
of the
shit
phrase.
like role plays
Yeah.
Hitler in his free time. Anyway.
I'm at the edit for the session.
Oh, what's the sessions meme?
Boy, I'm excited. That's really good.
Oh god.
You should post in the voice chat so eyes can see it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the binder edit was the edit for this session.
Oh no, that was just a side quest.
It was a side quest, yeah.
I really want to summarize this campaign to someone in only the memes that have been made about this session and see what they understand of what this group is.
Oh, that's good. That's really funny. Oh.
I love that you added a hat for him, like a fucking
Yeah,
wicker hat.
he reminds me of a farmer, like a farmer
Yeah.
It's
boy.
to imply. It's
He
to
does talk
imply
like one.
It's yeah. I mean, Southern accents have historically been a lot of farmers.
All right. Mark rescue mission.
Well, yeah, we'll book a Mark rescue mission for later.
Yeah, we'll pen that in.
We
in the
completely
planner.
understand the perceived slight. Oh, glorious Sebra the Hutt, and we offer you this donation, completely free of further expectation, and let Mark go forward, and I wire him the 2,000 credits.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, are you gonna spend the 2,000 credits from your pockets?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I'll get I can get compensated later or whatever from other
Yep.
people if they want to. I just
Go
want
ahead.
this to be resolved for
Yep,
now. So
go ahead.
I've done so.
Samra seems pleased by this. He turns his head back towards
would be.
the Twi'lek on the side, speaks a couple words. Twi'lek, yes, property, come with me. We shall have you shackled.
Mark sighs and walks forward to receive his shackles.
Yeah, you're escorted out of the room along with a couple of guards and the Twi'lek.
He'll be fine. He's resourceful.
This did not go according to plan.
Actually, I think it went remarkably well, all things considered.
The protocol droid, Samus continues speaking. The protocol droid translates. Says, "The mighty esteemed Samra thanks you for your kind patronage. Seeing as you have corrected your previous error, he is willing to continue your audience."
You wanted to talk about mending relationships, right, or something? Because we could just ask him for sponsorship and see what he says.
I doubt he would give us a sponsorship.
No fucking way.
In exchange for something.
Oh,
What-
you're
what-
already.
Are we
going
gonna give
to
him
get...
another member of the team? Like,
Well, I mean, no, I mean that is you could. I mean, it's certainly an avenue you could explore. No one says your sponsorship has to come from Baul.
Yeah.
You just
However-
you need a member of the cartel, of the Hutt Council to sponsor you. Otherwise, they won't let you speak. However, Semra, who you know is anti-imperial and is actively funding and supporting a rebel cell.
Yeah.
It's probably
Unlike-
not your best choice.
Yeah.
Really, all we need, well, practically what we need is time to explore the palace and find the lightsaber. So really what we need to say to him is something that will allow us that time.
Yeah.
Because we can't convince him that we need to wander around while we wait for Mark to be finished. Because the plan is that Mark is no longer coming home with us.
The plan has changed. Move on.
Yeah.
The Grand Moff isn't going to like this.
No.
Yeah,
No,
you
he's
contact
not.
Crane, and he's like, "You sold a member of your team.
Yes.
We pretended to sell a member of our team and also paid to have him taken.
Yeah.
He's like, so not only are you morons, you're also idiots.
Yeah. No, we need to have this resolved before we report to anyone, or we are going to look incompetent.
I can't believe
Extremely.
I think it's so funny that you paid to have Mark taken off of your hands.
It's great.
We paid to not worsen the situation which we had already made bad.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, your audience is continuing, so
Yeah.
What was your plan in terms of talking to him about?
I'm improvising. We were hoping that our attempt to reach out and provide you with this service would show our commitment as a team and as Imperials to good relations between the Empire and yourself. Obviously, we are not asking for undue deference, only that communication is kept open and that open minds are prevalent.
it takes a couple moments to deliver before Semra continues speaking, and the protocol droid continues translating. Like, the most esteemed and glorious Semra is grateful for your indulgence and for your diplomatic attitude. However, he said, the day and however, the mighty he's like, oh dear. He looks up towards Semra for a moment.
Oh boy!
And Semra looks back down like, however, the mighty Semra says the day he kneels before Imperial dogs is the day he is dead in the ground.
As I said, we were not asking for any kneeling or deference, only a positive diplomatic relationship.
The glorious and esteemedly independent Semra the Hutt exclaims, those are the same thing when it comes to the Empire.
Right.
We had also hoped. Evie is gonna continue looking a little nervous, as one might when Hutt is actively threatening them, but she has no other thing to do. And say, we have also heard great tales of the mighty Semra the Hutt's extensive collection of historical antiques, and we're hoping we might be able to view any publicly available artifacts as once again a show of respect for your understanding of galactic history.
The mighty said, the esteemed and glorious Semra wishes to clarify, are you asking for a tour of his premises?
If he would be so inclined as to share with humble visitors to his home planet.
Lancer kind of chimes in from over the corner. Your Excellence, I see no reason not to grant his indulgence. Hell, I say we have him over for a nice lunch.
I'm not what I. The paranoid in me says if we're staying for lunch, we're gonna get eaten. Huts have been known. How I'm not saying that out loud.
He was like, and waves his hand a little bit. The protocol droid kind of said, very well. His Eminence shall grant you the prestige and honor of touring his premises, after which you will stay for lunch and entertainment.
We are deeply honored by your hospitality, Your Eminence, and are deeply grateful for this momentous chance to improve our relationship.
His Glorious Excellence, however, insists that your weapons be turned over immediately.
Of course, of course.
Lancer kind of chimes in, says, I'm sure that ain't needed. Says these fine people ain't gonna draw their weapons within your palace, mighty Samra. Right, fellas?
Well, naturally, we wouldn't think of
They're
that.
the Empire's finest. Sure, they'd show some trigger restraint and not just go blasting in, right?
Right.
The protocol droid is like, evidently, that is untrue.
We are content with handing over any weapons.
Whatever makes
Hems and haws. Go on, sorry.
whatever makes His Eminence feel the most comfortable.
For a moment, the protocol droids continues to translate it. His most esteemed grace has agreed to permit you to keep your weapons, as you would not be so foolish as to draw them within his premises.
Thank you, Your Excellence and Supremeness.
You look, Lancer kind of gives you like a bit much. He gives you like a look of like, not quite right, bit much.
Bit much? All right. I'll keep. All right.
We gotta workshop this stuff.
This isn't Bowser you're talking to. You can't just insult him every time you refer to him.
Hello, your foulness.
Your grotesqueness. Your rotundness.
There's so many good villains who clearly think they're in the right, you know? But sometimes you just want a villain who's like, you're disgustingness.
Your foulness.
What evil will we commit today?
I love Bowser. I love how evil he is.
Anyways,
For the love of evil.
Tez, did you see my message?
Which one?
So
In the voice chat. I see.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
I don't want Lanzo bringing that up. I want those blasters hidden. I want people to think I don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reasonable, given your current predicament.
Yeah.
All right. The protocol droid continues says, very good. His esteemed grace shall arrange for a guide and a security escort to walk you around the premises and see the sights. After which you will join His Eminence in the lunch chamber for a meal. The lunch chamber, aka the large cauldron he will boil you in.
Do not worry about why they are chopping carrots into this bath they have prepared for you.
I love a good carrot bath.
Oh, really?
Samra
I like these cucumbers then, too.
Samra with his comically tiny witch hat.
Is appropriately sized frog pet. All right. You are going to get an escort around the place.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Mark, you've been taken off into the back hallways, of the palace, being moved through with an armed escort. Along with this Twi'lek, like major domo, right?
Yeah.
This I don't know if you know what a major domo is.
No.
It is like the head of the household, the chief butler type role. Major domo is it comes from Latin.
Yeah.
Major
Yeah,
meaning and domo.
Guy who runs the house for the head of
Yeah.
household.
Because domus means staff, essentially. So this major domo leads you along, and your services will be of great use to His Eminence. I'm quite certain.
Yes, I am sure of that as well.
I'm to understand you possess medical talents.
Yes, I do.
I'm also to understand you possess combat talents. Is that correct?
I am known for combat ability, yes.
Oh, very good, very good. In here, please. He opens a door. Set you into this looks like where they collar their slaves.
Yeah.
It's a steaming hot room where there's a what are they called? What are they fucking called? Sophia, little pig people.
Oh, fuck. Gamorreans. No, the little ones. The little ones.
The other ones. Ugnaughts.
Oh,
Ugnaught.
Ugnaught.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple of Ugnaughts in here working on different machines. Like you there. So we need a collar for this one. And kind of squeals and grunts in. You don't understand. You don't speak Ugnaught, so you have no clue what's saying. But take a seat here, please.
Sits down.
Very good. He looks over Mark for a few moments, kind of lifts his arms a little bit, just checks, even in arms, quite sturdy apparel. He kind of examines you closely.
Mm-hmm.
As okay, to be clear, are you going to resist being collared?
He's going to instinctively resist, but not.
Okay, but you're not going to actually fight back.
Right, yeah.
Okay, all right. Then you get collared while he's doing his inspection of you. Said it's very well. You there? He gestures to one of the guards. Says, take his personal belongings. Make sure to get his comlink, please. Thank you. I got anything on ransack you. Yes.
He's gonna interrupt that. Excuse me. I cannot work without my personal belongings.
So you will be granted the tools required for your trade at the opportune moment.
I insist. My armor and bag are all I need. Anything else you can take.
You can keep your armor. Quite frankly, it will be preferable.
Fine.
So, however, we insist on your communicators.
He sighs. Fine.
That's wonderful. They're gonna, because your communicator's built into your helmet, they're going to disable it in the helmet.
Yeah, fair.
Not in a way that you can't re-enable later, but not in a way you can inconveniently re-enable without sitting down and taking time to do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very good. He says, this one's collared and ready. He looks to one of the guards. Take him to the fighting pits.
oh God.
He's not going to say anything more.
A couple of
He's
guys
just,
gonna come and grab you, hoist you out of the seat, and start carrying you along. Yes, I do apologize. His Eminence has no need for medical personnel. However, there's always use for more entertainment. We will see you at lunch.
Oh God.
Mark looks pissed.
Sorry, Bogan.
Not only did we get betrayed, we paid to be betrayed.
Yeah, you paid to be betrayed. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and end session here, I think.
All right.
All right. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.